Hello everyone. Today I would like to speak about a new record, which is a new record in terms of new issues. Because new issues in Europe have crossed the 1,500 billion euro mark for the first time ever. Last year was already a very busy year with records, but now, mid-October, we are roughly 10% ahead than what was issued in the whole of 2019. Activity kicked off in March when the primary market reopened and when companies, government agencies, supranationals all started to pile up enough liquidity to face the potential dramatic effect of the pandemic. At that time, the stress was huge, so what made it possible? Well, central banks have worked very hard for the primary market to reopen, and they did also everything they could to keep borrowing costs low, and it worked. Governments, supras, agencies have been the biggest issuers so far this year. They needed and they still need to support their economies that are suffocating because of lockdowns. Non-financial investment-grade corporates are also almost 30% ahead of what they have issued last year because they are also reinforcing their liquidity positions. So, between the ECB buying program of bonds and the hunt for yield from investors, risk premiums are back to pre-COVID levels. What is different this time compared to previous credit cycle is how far on yield curves corporates have borrowed. So low coupon for longer, that's the perfect way to manage refinancing risk. The only bucket in the market where new issues are lower this year is financials, 22% lower, but it's not that surprising knowing that banks are going directly to the ECB to fund their needs. Finally, in the sustainable space, new issues are booming. The first SURE bond, so that's a social bond from the European Union to support employment, so an impressive book order of 233 billion euros for a 17 billion issue. So this confirms, if needed, that sustainability has really become unavoidable. New issues in sustainable bonds are 70% higher than last year, and still, if this represents only 10% of new issues so far this year, that share will for sure rise, and it's not only because the ECB SURE program reaches 100 billion euro or because the EU could allocate more than 30% of its 750 billion rescue plan to sustainable projects. Thank you.